cover. So that's a good one. Anything else?
I remain down there, so I'm good.
Okay. Then Duravor. After that grenade explosion, you do see that he also had some shrapnel stuck in him, and he's grasping at his throat and like starting to choke. Once next to him, you can see that there's like shrapnel that got through his throat.
Ouch.
I'm no doctor, but that looks pretty bad.
So yeah, he's not doing much right now. The level 21 crew, the gang on your left, they hear one of them start to curse like damn civvies, and they start shooting. So they did see this grenade blast go off as well, and one at the bottom starts shooting at the gang member who was throwing around grenades.
Yeah, that's not cool, man.
Yeah, grenades tend to bring in the police, etc.
But they don't. This is an ex-cop party here.
They are in cover now, so they were already in position, so they're gonna for a full attack, but both shots miss. The other one, you'll just shoot at the same guy. Full attack. And a 12. Yeah, that hits. This guy gets hit for. Okay, so the guy that was threatening Ziggy with a club, he's shot by a laser blast and taken out of the fight. He's dead. And this guy, you're getting too close with your weapon, so I'm gonna shoot at Roger. Full attack.
Oh, damn.
I guess a 20 hits even with your +4 against ranged. So that will
be EAC, right?
EAC.
Yeah, that'll hit. So
Yeah.
2 fire damage.
Yes.
And that comes off my
Stamina
first, right?
Yeah.
Are there 3 of the level 21 crew?
Yeah. There were 3 of each. Third guy is in cover in the bottom corner.
Okay, sorry.
There.
Yeah, I didn't.
I also
I only saw 2 of each.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they spread out as they got in position.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay, Ziggy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into second photon mode.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything, it's just my second photon. I will run. Actually, no, this guy's doing really bad, right?
Which one?
The dwarf.
Yeah. If you want, you can roll a free medicine check just to see how he's doing, to recognize it.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Sharp bits in the throat.
Just a flesh wound.
Exactly.
Still but a scratch.
I'm like, he'll live, and I'll take I'll take cover behind this thing here, and Hmm. Is there something like defense for yourself?
Yeah. Do have a defensive fighting.
Fight defensively.
Fight defensively is what it's called. And what it does is, so when you do an attack, you take a -4 to your attack, and you gain +2 to AC. Or you can choose total defense, which is also an option where you don't attack,
Yeah.
and you gain +4 to AC.
Yeah, I'll go full defense for this turn.
Okay.
Could I still have moved if I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Total defense only replaces your attack. It
Okay,
doesn't
yeah, then I
replace
do
your
total
move.
defense.
Okay. All right. Then it's the remaining downside kings. They saw this. They saw their buddy taken out. What the one on top will do is he'll use harrying fire on everyone's in cover or prone except Xerath. So he'll use harrying fire on Xerath.
Sorry, buddy.
It's what I'm built for. Shoot me.
Harrying fire is a standard action that replaces your attack. It deals no damage, but the next ally to attack the same foe gains +2 to attack.
Come on. Hit me.
And it is against a AC 15 harrying fire. It's not against your AC, so it deals no damage, but you are harried now.
No. I'm a Harry, therefore I'm a wizard. They've made me even more powerful.
And the other guy, he also aims at you then, and he will use a full attack. The first one will get a +2. So the first one becomes a 19, and then the second one is a 14.
Is this against EAC?
Yes.
The 14 misses, the 19 hits.
Okay, so that's 4 fire damage.
I will.
Stamina, yes.
I'll take the damage. I've got points to spare. That also gives me another entropy point.
And then it's your turn, actually.
Alright. Can I make that free medicine check as well on Jerogir?
Sure.
24.
Yeah, he's a dead man walking right now.
Do I think there's anything I can do to stabilize him? Or do I think he's gone no matter what I do?
You're pretty sure he's gone. He'll need much more than first aid to get through this, and yeah, right here on the docking bay, you probably don't have that. He will need immediate surgery to get through this.
Well, sorry, Bucko, I can't help you there. Believe it or not, I'm not a surgeon. Seeing that guys on the right are the ones that killed him. Or dealt the blow that would kill him, right?
Yeah.
I'll look down at him. I'll kind of give him like an acknowledging nod as if I know he's going. And I'm just going to move on to these buckos. My movement speed is increased with armor at 725. I will use an entry point to increase my speed by 10, so 25 there. There. Yeah, my north is just out of range. We're both just out of range no matter what I do. And then I am going to... Does either of them look like they're more high-ranking than the other? More tatted out, more kitted, shinier gun, anything?
Not specifically, they both look like low-level grunts who still have to prove themselves.
Alright. Well, then to the northern one, because he's in better cover, I'm going to demoralize him.
Okay.
25.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll a save against that. That succeeds.
I don't have anything witty right now. My brain is down. Xerath probably looks over at him and informs him that the next cup and that he's going away for a very long time. Sorry, boys, my brain's turned off today.
All those nightmares.
Yeah, fucking
Okay.
nightmare now.
Yeah, the DC is. Oh yeah, I don't even need to save. It's just against the DC. That's more than successful. So he's he's shaken.
He is shaken for 1 round plus a extra round for every 5 that I pass the DC for, and the DC is 15 plus 1 half the opponent's CR. Or 15 plus.
Yeah. The CR is an NPC's level, so he's shaken for 3 rounds. Okay. Let me just add a token for that.
Xerath,
Yeah.
toss me.
Toss me.
All right, give me a moment. And you see, he starts to shift his gear. I can't do it until next turn,
I know.
unless I can
Right.
swift action clank your ass.
Jen.
Alright, so I will try to finish off this guy. So it's a stealth check. Whoop. It is a trick attack
Good
this
damage.
time.
Success.
Yeah, so he's flat-footed, submit, armor class 11 flat-footed. I don't know if that's a hit.
Flat-footed. That is a hit. Yes.
Then it's 7 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, you take that guy out.
Woohoo!
Anything else? You move
That's
or?
me.
Oh wait,
No,
no,
I
you
had to move
can't
before.
move.
Yeah, so that's it.
Roger.
Seeing that I'm now kind of in the open, the other dude's definitely in cover, and this dude's bleeding to death, I'm going to stand up and just, I guess, make a double move to get over to his side to start with medicine next round.
Okay.
I forgot to call up and he's gone.
Can I, like, dive for cover as a part of that, or do I need to use a full swift action for that? Because I had to get up.
You use your double move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then then it's fine. You can even if you just crawled, you would be able to make that in a double move.
Okay.
So, but yeah, as you get there, Duravor is choking in his blood, and he's
Oh,
Come
gone.
on.
bye. Bye-bye.
Oops.
It's the level 21 crew. Now you can see that there's been a few deaths already around the docking bay. These guys are cursing. You see them look at each other. They see the other gang still standing there, so they start shooting at the other gang. They focus fire on this guy. That is first one. First one does a harrying attack again. That fails. The second guy moves a bit closer, does a full attack. And those shots also miss. He's quite far away, so they're just shooting laser bolts all over the cover where he's hiding. And then it's Ziggy.
Okay, I will be going into my third photon, which means I can do a supernova.
Whoa.
And because I took the distant burst, the supernova can go up to 20 feet. And so I can hit this guy with, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, while you're attuned, you can even center it within 40 feet of you. So
Yeah, but I need to be fully attuned to use the supernova, and then I become unattuned.
Yeah, but while you use it, when you use it, for your distant burst, you're also counted as fully attuned.
Yeah, true. But is it 2d6? It's 2d6, right?
Per Solarian level, so 3d6 already. You deal 1d6 plus 1d6 per Solarian level, so yeah, 3d6. And it's within 10 feet, so where do you center it? There, okay, so it's only this guy.
Yeah. It's the only one I can reach. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one. He's scared.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that seems to really hurt him, but he's still standing. But
for now.
Yeah, you see this guy up there is shaking in his boots. The other one is badly wounded, like got burn marks all over his arms now. So they start shouting at each other, "Fuck! Too much resistance here. Let's head back." And they start running. I think they were both outside reach of your tacklash, right, Xaret?
15 feet of me.
Yeah, okay, they were both out of reach then. So they move a bit further than the edge of the map because they use a double move, but they're still in shooting range, so I leave them on it for now. Xaret.
I guess the first question I gotta ask is how far can I throw a skittermander?
It is a few. It is 2 classes smaller than you, so I think I'll just count it as a normal throwing weapon. How much does throwing weapon normally get?
If it's
weapon.
D&D, the only thing I think is 20 feet. You know.
Yeah, let's say. Well, you can always throw further as well and take penalties to hit. You can probably throw Ziggy's over all the way to them, but that's gonna be a difficult throw.
Do it.
I don't need to
Would
be.
it be my standard?
Thrown weapons is with strength.
Yeah, so it would be a standard action, right?
Yeah, standard action.
All right. I'll. So, I have a shield in one hand. It doesn't count as a right shield, which it takes up a hand. Let me quickly check some of my stuff here. Because I gotta check if it's part of a move action. Or as part of any move or full action you take, I can suppress the shield. And as a move action, I can designate someone as a entropic focus. So that would work, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to mark Ziggy as my entropic focus to
Okay.
get rid of my shield. Pick him up, I'm going to throw him at the shaken fellow.
Okay. Yeah, if you hit the fellow, Ziggy won't get falling damage because the guy will break the fall. But if you miss, it will give falling damage.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
It's a risk I'm willing to take for you.
Some of you might die, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Okay.
It's a concussion I'm willing to take. You're willing to take.
Oh yeah, that with penalties that still hits. And yeah, 4 damage. What damage was that? Oh no, it does more than that. Let's say 2d6
2d6.
plus your strength modifier.
4.
Should have been doing that the whole time.
Okay.
Throwing.
Okay. Ziggy
Uh,
Nova lands on the guy's back, and you hear his spine cracking, and he collapses.
Furball.
Ziggy, the tactical nuke.
In terms of Batman, I think that was non-lethal.
And that was actually the guy who was uninjured.
Nice.
Damn.
Ziggy, take him down. Non-lethally if you can. And Zareth will just turn to the other two. And he'll just point at him. I've got nothing else to go. Just a turn and a point.
Yeah, with your throw, did you want to do that as non-lethal?
I don't know if it would count as non-lethal. That's up to you, Gio.
Well, you could make it non-lethal, but then you would get more penalties, and
I didn't declare it, so I'm willing to say that was an accidental lethal throw.
yeah, if it had been non-lethal, it would have also missed, because that gives pretty strong penalties if it's not a weapon specifically made for it.
Yeah, I didn't declare it, so we'll just say I overestimated the power on that.
Yeah, well, that was a really good damage roll also, so.
Yeah, that was I thought he was heavier than he was.
Alright, Jen.
Right, so I think we have some business on the other side of the field. So, this guy down here, does he have cover in the position he is now?
From where you are right now, I would say partial cover.
Partial
If
cover.
you,
Okay.
yeah, if you move 1 or 2 squares to the left, you can probably hit him without cover.
Yeah, but then I would be open for the other dude here. So
Yeah.
what I will do is, let me see, 35 feet, 30 feet, not so good, 25, 30. Okay, yeah, so I will then, no, maybe we should just completely change field, and on the other side there is still a guy, 80 feet. So I should get at least there, which I can't. Difficult situation. Okay, no. I stay here in my cover position. I will begin to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like here. And I will, can I still see this guy?
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay, then I will just shoot him there.
And
As
you
a
have cover
trick.
from him, he has cover
Yeah,
from
like
you.
that. It is a trick shot, and it is.
That's so sufficient.
I was 13 flat-footed.
That armor class 13 flat-footed against cover that
Yeah.
hits.
That hits, so that's
Yeah.
5 points of damage.
Okay. So, yeah. That was the first time he got actually a clean hit on him, so doesn't look too bad yet. Roger.
Is he beyond the help of medicine?
Yes.
He's dead, Jim.
Alright. And Roger bends over and sticks his hands to the dwarf's temples and just says, "Your mind to my mind. My mind to your mind." And that's his action.
Okay. And I don't know why every time I pass his initiative it adds 15 to him, but delete. Yeah, his initiative is already 60 now.
Oh, because you probably put on a counter instead or something.
Maybe, yeah. Doesn't really matter though.
Like tying into the Speed Force right now to stop without death.
So the other gang, they do see the first gang running away. They're like, okay, mission accomplished. Is basically what they shout at each other, and they also start running.
What?
3, yeah. So they actually also they do a double move. So 2, 3, 4, 5. They actually also run off the map, but I'll leave them on the edge just in case you want to do one more action. Ziggy.
Yeah, well, Zerat asked me to go non-lethal, so I'm gonna take out my, instead of my solar weapon, I'll take out the Tacklash, and I will try to lash him.
Okay.
Alright.
That's okay, yeah, and that is actually a non-lethal weapon.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to knock him out.
I stand on him and I'm like, know your place.
Okay, so I'll
Look, Zerat, I got him.
warn him.
Just nods. He doesn't look back, he just nods.
All right. So he's unconscious. Xaret.
They're very far away from me. I don't have a chance at catching up to them. How fast does that cart go?
Yeah, they're 35 feet off the map as well. So
How fast does this cart go? Because that's my only chance at catching up to them is stealing the cart.
Yeah, it's a cargo mover. It's not really meant for speed, but let's say it goes like 40 feet per round. Maybe you can move it faster if you try a piloting check.
I might as well try.
Although you are pretty much as big as that cargo cart, so
Mate, this is awesome. This giant oversized lizard's getting into this tiny golf cart.
Caddy car.
Uh, uh, I might as well. I can't let these guys get away free me. I'll move over to it. Get in.
so you squeeze onto this kind of like a trans pallet or something to move stuff around. So you can like basically sit on top of it.
I like to imagine that I just put like a foot on each corner of it. I'm using like one hand to drive it and my tail to push the gas down.
Okay, sure. Sure. You can try a piloting skill to see if you can manage to go extra fast or if you just fail at it.
+0, baby. 19.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. You managed to I said 40 feet. Let's say you can do 3 movements with it then, so 120 feet. Not sure how much that is. Yeah, at least up to here. You can move it if you like. So you haven't got up to them entirely, but you're pretty close.
You're not getting away. I can't be intimidating. I'm on a tiny car. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, Jen.
Well, if we are doing this, we're doing this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will move forward and shoot. Wait, 30 feet. We have to do it like this. Oop, like that. And I will shoot the one that I shot before. Is now the one just behind the dragon king.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I'll
the same one.
Yeah, I'll do that. See, she was running, right?
Yeah, they're both running.
So that means already flat-footed, or?
No, that doesn't mean they're already flat-footed.
So it's not a.
Surprised.
Okay, it's not a trick shot. It's just a normal shot, and I shoot, and that's I'm class 13 for 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. 13 hits.
Right.
Okay. Roger.
This guy had a weapon, right?
Yeah, he still has a club and a laser pistol.
So I will go and grab the laser pistol to replace my goblin one. Assuming this is slightly better quality.
Yeah, it's a standard quality laser pistol, mass-produced. Nothing fancy about it, but it looks a lot more reliable than the goblin trash you picked up.
Yeah, so there's a lot of distance between me and the enemies. I don't have any direct line of sight. There's too much cover. I can't get there in time. So yeah, I'm gonna rummage around to see if this guy's got any credits.
Oh man.
Will they hand all the chips over to the gang mothers before they go out?
No, you actually do find a cred stick. With 95 credits.
Okay.
Yeah, and other than that, it's just a laser pistol, azimuth laser pistol, so standard basic quality. It still has a full battery because he hasn't actually. Yeah, that guy hasn't actually shot. He threw a grenade and he threatened Ziggy with his club. So
I'll just toss out the goblin one and essentially replace it. So.
yeah, all right. Then it's. I think I set him as counter or something.
Yeah.
Oh, better. The crew on the left. Okay, you guys have been chasing them, so it's pretty clear that they're not gonna be able to get away. So they turn and they start shooting. Xerath is the closest one, so they both start aiming for him with full attacks.
Pew 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 pew.
That's all against EAC.
The 10 misses. The 19 does hit.
13, is that a hit?
13 is not.
Okay, so just a 19 then. That's 2 fire damage against your stamina.
I will use a entropy point to engage mitigate to take no damage.
Okay, sure. Ziggy, your guy is unconscious. Anything you want to do?
Yeah, I'm also gonna take his pistol.
Don't forget to
And-
shoot.
Does he have anything else I can see immediately?
See immediately. Yeah, he has also a club that he's got on him. Their clubs are like big metal sticks. They're not the wooden sticks that you would find in D&D, but still the same principle applies.
I'll take it, but just so he can't use it if he wakes up.
And if you search him, you also find the cred stick. 107 credits.
Some
Okay.
rich ass gangsters. Crime does pay.
Well,
It's paying.
yeah, it's not the same as 107 gold, of course.
Nah, but still.
For us poor people, it's a lot of money.
All right, so that guy's unconscious. Xerath.
How far away from
Let's just move them and let's just move you guys into the middle of the field again. You were around 30 feet away from them. I'll move you here. They were like 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And it's an open area now. It's just down a corridor that you're chasing them.
I will move towards them with my little go-kart of justice.
Okay.
But I will stop within 5 feet of them.
Okay. I would have expected you to like crash into them.
I don't intentionally try to kill people. It just keeps happening accidentally.
Okay, sure. What do you do?
So one looks pretty battered and the other one looks healthy?
No, they both look pretty battered by now.
Battered. Alright, I'm gonna attack clash. If you make a full attack,
Yes.
can you split the attacks? Between people?
I don't think so, but full attack. Actually, it doesn't specify, so yeah, sure, you can if you want to.
Alright,
It is with a -4 to attack on each attack, though.
That's fine. I'd rather try to attempt to take both of them out.
Okay.
I'll give it a try. I might as well.
Now with attack clash, unless you say otherwise, it's non-lethal.
That's what I try to do most of the time.
Mm.
It just doesn't work out most of the time. 13 and 10 against KAC.
Against K, the 13 hits, and that's enough to take out this guy on top. So you basically hit him with your attack clash on the temple or something, so he's knocked unconscious.
What the other one?
The other
You can
guy
drop your
would
weapon.
miss.
And I'll look at the other one like, you can drop your weapon, or you can also get whipped in the side of the head. It doesn't bother me none.
All right, Jen.
So it seems that Sarah has the situation under control, but the other one is still up, right? And not subdued.
Yeah, the other one is still up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I will get nearer 3, 6, and I will point the gun at the other one, and I will say, freeze or I'll shoot. And I ready an action to shoot him if he didn't freeze.
Okay. Sure.
That's it.
Roger, you want to do anything else?
Yeah, this time I will get up. I will move over here, and I will aim my weapon at this one as well.
Yeah, I moved them there so we could see them better. They're like 100 feet away from you. So you can shoot at them from a distance, but it's with a penalty.
I'll just make a double move in this direction to sort of get to, I guess,
Sure.
the opposite end somewhere.
Yeah, put you somewhere around there. That works. Yeah, where you were just a moment ago. That's fine. And from there you can hit him.
I don't want to shoot.
Yeah, right. The double move. Yeah, there is good. Yeah, his body's already taken prisoner. So okay, he'll drop his gun and he puts up his hands.
All right.
Once he puts up his hands, I'll just go through the standard procedure. Put him down on his knees and find something to tie him up with. I don't have handcuffs, so...
Okay, please don't put... I look at Zara, say, please don't put your knee on his neck, because otherwise this is going to be very fast.
Generally, I try to avoid putting my weight on anyone.
Okay,
I don't tend to crush.
I don't know, there's probably some people into it.
Every now and then.
What, Ziggy?
What? I'm like 120 feet away from you.
All right.
I'll tap our comms like, guys, we did exchange comm codes.
All right. Yeah.
And I'll start dialing up Absalom Station security forces.
PD.
Yeah. When you call them, the operator does say like, yeah, people are already moving in. Who were reported that grenades went off and guns were being shot in docking bay 94.
Yeah, I'll let them know.
The crew should arrive in a few moments.
Yeah, I'll let them know of the situation so they can send additional forces.
They're called the Sentinels.
I figured it'd be ASF or Absalom Security Forces. Those work. It's a cooler name.
Can you use an attack clash as a restraining device?
Probably improvised, yeah, but he's unconscious anyways. He doesn't look like he's waking up right in a in the next few minutes at
Ah,
least.
okay. Then I will try to drag him to the others.
Okay. You guys also gather around where you started again, or?
Yeah. It's probably
Okay.
best to help us.
So the guy that you knocked unconscious will have to be dragged because he's like out. The other guy can still walk.
Put him in the back of the little go-go cart. Beep me.
No problem. Move you all over. The bodies, you just leave them where they are, or you also drag them with you?
Uh,
The dead bodies. I mean, how does it work here?
I suggest everybody not to touch them.
Okay.
Okay.
Forensics will need to have the scene as it is. Our DNA is probably going to be all over the place, but still, it's probably best.
Though Zerat, shouldn't we get our story straight? Because
Ah, damn it! Then I'm just in my shedding.
I kinda shoot first.
Do you want my official statement or my non-official statement?
Actually, about statements, I will go to one of these guys. I will say, "So, what's going on here?"
Hey man, just a gang fight. You guys didn't have to get involved.
About what? A gang fight about what? What's the fight about?
Those downside kings have been threatening our turf, fighting them for a long time.
All right. So you just came here to settle some score, and we were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with the dwarf.
No, I never heard of that dwarf. You do notice also these are like really grunts, like look pretty much like fresh gang members. Maybe even their first combat that they ever saw. So
Or last.
yeah,
Bit of envy.
but there's a good chance that they wouldn't have been told everything either.
Search the dwarf to see if there's any clues on him about our job that we can't get done now.
He does have a comm unit as well.
Okay.
If you open it, it's secured. So if you want to get in, you'll need a computer's check.
Yep. That is one of my specialties. 25.
Hey.
All right, no problem. That's yeah, you make it seem easy. It's like just swiping over the comm unit, and it's like one moment you're looking, okay, this is secured, and the next moment you're already in.
This
Yeah,
was secure.
yeah, if you go to his agenda, you can see that he had an appointment at this time to come pick you guys up. And there was another appointment right after this to meet with Chiskisk at the Lore Spire complex. And yeah, that seems related to the meeting with you guys.
Ah.
The Lore Spire complex, yeah, you guys are, most of you are already natives here, so you definitely know. The Lore Spire complex is in the eye of the station. The eye is the really fancy neighborhood with lots of parks, etc., and big corporate buildings. And the Lore Spire complex is the headquarters of the Starfinder Society. So Chiskisk is probably the guy who was supposed to be met there. I also have Chiskisk's contact details in here.
Well, I share this information with you guys.
Okay. Now, while you guys are doing that, a crew of police officers approaches. Just put one out there. Looks like a captain by his uniform compared to. He's accompanied by a few regular officers.
Yeah, cops, bounty hunters, they're the same thing, really.
Yeah.
Just depends on the jurisdiction.
Yeah, well,
Boss.
yeah, he's a Vesk.
Ah, right.
Oh,
Ooh.
really now?
Let me see if I shift set was it right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Also, those are the Fisk.
I mean, I do see a resemblance, Zaret.
Um,
Is that your
yeah.
uncle?
No.
So they're a bit taller
yes.
than humans, but they're not large. They're still considered medium creatures, but a little bit bigger than humans, like closer to 7 feet or even to up towards the 8 feet, but not completely. So still medium.
Do they have weirdly long arms?
No. They're pretty. They got a pretty bulky build.
Captain?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to recognize you specifically, but what's heard news of explosions and shots here? You guys involved?
with our still smoking guns, no? I
We're civilians caught in the crossfire.
Zarat, you are the lawman. You speak with.
Yeah, tell him first what my badge number was and that I'm an ex-cop. And I'll kind of just give him the rundown. I'll be as honest as
Okay.
possible, as far as I know.
Okay. He does call one of the officers over to immediately double check the info you gave him in the system, while another officer starts cuffing the unconscious gang members. Yeah, okay. Looking these guys over, I can already guess which gangs these are. And what brought you guys here? And you see he's like looking at you with narrowed eyes, like he's trying to remember from where he recognizes you.
You don't recognize us from the TV?
You're from yeah, that reality show. Was that you guys last night?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
look.
that was us.
Oh, okay.
It points to the logo on the back of his armor.
Yeah. Yeah, the little guy, you did really well. I voted for you, but
Q.
What?
I
Yeah, voted for the
Yeah,
Ziggy Sofa.
yeah. I mean, the Ziggy's over part. Their race is also part of the Viscarium, so maybe that's
Is it?
why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
they're officially vassals of the Vesk.
Yeah. I wanna see if you really voted for me though.
Okay, yes.
Is that sense motive? No.
I mean, yeah, that sense motive, but you seem pretty genuine. Okay, so can anyone tell me what happened exactly?
yeah, we were meeting up with the dwarf over there. Just a standard meeting. We're getting inducted into the Starfighter Society when.
Okay, yeah, your dwarf looks pretty dead.
Yeah.
Shrapnel to the throat will do that.
Yeah. That guy threw a grenade at us.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, I get why they would be shooting at each other, but why? Any idea why they would be aiming for you guys?
I think we were just unlucky. We were at the wrong time, at the wrong place.
I
We
tried to shield him. I couldn't do anything.
were just wrong time, wrong place.
Hmm.
And once the bullets started flying, I just kind of kicked into natural, just trying to stop it. Got out of hand.
Okay. We'll have to pull up the camera records and run some ballistic checks, but sounds feasible that you were just in the wrong place.
Clearly.
Don't have any reason to arrest you right now, but I do ask that you don't leave the station for the next couple of days, and let us know where you'll be staying if you don't have a space just yet.
You should have all my current residence on your paperwork already.
All right, that works. We'll reach out for you there if we need any more information. Once we get the paperwork done, we'll send someone to get your statement written down.
Yeah, sure. Whatever's better for you, my man.
What a mess.
feel bad.
Ford that's in the middle of a crowded docking bay.
Yeah, the paperwork's gonna be hell. I already know.
Yeah, well, probably wish you were still dealing with those dwarves, right?
Yeah, I just changed goblins for. Nah, they're pretty much goblins at this point.
Yeah, do try and be careful about causing any deaths on our station, but well,
Sure.
if you need to defend yourself, you do you.
Of course. We're good to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for your service, I say to the guy.
One of the officers also gives you back your handcuffs. By the way, they've put on standard police issue handcuffs by now.
Yeah, they just take off like the few ripped shirts we had just to tie them up with. Yeah, thanks.
Right. Anything you got? Yeah.
They have to look to the rest of here. It's like, I know a noodle shop near here. If you guys want to go grab some snacks and cool off after all this, you should probably get out of here. You don't want to be in the way of the investigation.
Is it on the way to the Starfinder Society?
Close enough. It's not too much of a detour.
Indeed.
Yeah. Probably won't be much of a detour. You're in the docking base now, part of the ring. So the station is basically a few areas. You have the spike, which goes all the way down, and that's a lot of vertical levels. Basically, the slums. The eye is on top of the station. It's with a massive glass dome, or not, probably not really glass, but see-through anyway. And the eye is filled with parks and the corporate area and the upper class area basically. And then you have the ring that surrounds it around the middle with the docking bays and more like working class areas. um, Okay. Actually, let me check if I have. I think I already shared with you the details of Absalom Station. Yeah, it's in the handouts under lore and then Absalom Station. So yeah, there you can also see a bit more about how it looks. with the artwork as well.
Try to take the group to a noodle shop on the way.
Sure.
And for there, I'll pay for everybody's food, whatever the cost is.
Yeah, noodles are not that expensive. It's for the 4 of you. Let's say, if you also get drinks, it's like 15 credits.
Yeah, I'll chip in.
Right, thank you.
So what exactly did you find on that comm unit, Roger?
I found the links to the contact. Perhaps the person we are to meet at the Starfinder Society. The someone by the name of Chisik. The lures by the complex appointment.
Let me just. That's how it's spelled.
Chiskisk.
Wouldn't happen to be a Yosoki, would it?
Doesn't really say.
That's very Yosoki.
You could, yeah. You could probably look him up on social networks or something. He's Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran?
No, they're
Yes.
an insectoid race.
Alright.
And he's got one of those social network bios that starts with pronouns they, them.
Fine.
Alright. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, but Ziggy, you especially would know. Chirin, they have actually 3 genders. So,
Huh.
Only 3?
yeah.
Only.
Well, 3 standard, three common genders.
Man, you should stop this now.
No,
It's better than
it's
6 or 7.
is probably gonna be a host.
Okay.
So they have male, female, and then hosts. So the male and the female, they do the dirty, but then they put the egg in the host.
Alright,
That's
that's too much information.
Good old.
Fascinating as I take out my booklet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
God,
are
I've never
relatively.
seen a Shiren before. So
there
how does
are,
it feel to be a
They're
host?
in the packed worlds. They're a relatively common species. So
Yeah, but I'm from the Vescarium, so
yeah.
Be careful what you search up on that, Ziggy.
All right.
I can look this up.
Yeah, when you comm unit.
Oh, takes out comm unit.
Right. Maybe let's go then to this cheesecake.
Do we really want to arrive unannounced, or should we call ahead of time to let them know what happened?
No, maybe let's make them a surprise.
I'll leave it up to you, but
You
might
know,
be seen as a bit unprofessional.
it seems that already too many people know about where to find us and stuff like that. So let's try to lay low for a bit.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to look up what's going on with those gangers that we just took in to see what's going on with them in our off time. If you guys are interested, I'll pass you along the information as well. Just heads up.
Sure.
Right.
Nice map. I think I saw that on Reddit
Nice.
like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it's actually was only released a few days ago by some map maker on Patreon.
Oh, okay. I probably got that one. I've got a bunch of Patreons that I follow that I've lost
Okay.
track.
Yeah. No, I've been looking for a good map for the Lore Spire for a while. The surrounding area on this one looks a bit run down, but imagine that outside of the station, it's a bit clean and neon lights and greenery all over, but the building works really well. Okay, so you guys arrive here. It's a big tower building, quite a few floors, and there's a double doorway before you,
Okay.
like the main entrance.
Long station architecture. You see Zareth tuck his wings in a bit tighter than normal.
Yeah, you see, you can probably move around, but most of the buildings on the station are not built specifically for your size.
I recognize that woman behind the counter.
Yeah. Oh, you guys made it.
Yeah, I didn't know you were the receptionist.
Yeah. Well, I'm just filling in right now. Didn't have any mission to do right away, and well, I'm one of the envoys of the society, so they often put me in the public facing functions. That's why I went to the TV show as well.
You off at a station before us, though? How'd you get here so quickly?
I only had a errand to run, and then I took the next shuttle. I came straight here.
Well, we have some bad news for you. The dwarf you sent to pick us up is
Yeah,
got
he's.
some shrapnel to the throat.
But
Oh,
sorry, Jen turns to Roger. Today you have a French accent. What's happening?
The thing is, head.
Is that a new thing?
What do you mean?
It's changing. It wasn't like this when I heard you a couple of days ago.
I do not know what you mean.
No, it's changed again. all right. Maybe it's just my circuits that are, playing tricks on me. But I'm watching you. I'm listening to you, right?
okay. So you're saying Duravor is not coming?
He's not alive. That's what we're saying.
He got caught up in gang crossfire.
Yep.
Oof. Okay, let me call the council right away. And she takes up one of the comm units to reach out to someone inside the building. Okay, the only member of the council who's in right now is Chiskisk. And she calls to him or them. Okay, we have our new members here. They were supposed to come with Duravor, but apparently he didn't make it. Do I send them to you? And yeah, he's they're responding through the comm systems, and after a few moments, Navasi stands up from her chair and she's like, "Okay, I'll let you in and I'll show you the way." And she moves over, and this door opens. It's a small door, so Xerath will have to squeeze.
Is there a window in his office? Because I can just go around back and peek my head in.
No, there isn't.
Wouldn't be opposed to me making one. Fine.
No, and preferably don't go making any. Well, if you want, given your side, maybe it's best if you meet him in one of the break rooms. And she motions you over to this room.
Sorry. Yeah.
And
Watch out for your feet.
I'll let him know to meet you in there.
Yeah. Excuse me, Jen. And he squeezes past. Don't step on your feet.
Maybe
This is why I always
take the
did perimeter
couch.
security.
Take the couch there in the corner.
He looks at it. I think it's weighted for. Yeah, whatever. It's not my couch. He'll sit on it. I doubt it can hold about 2,000 pounds of dragon meat.
You can hear it creak a bit.
Oh. Hey. Good break. And he does that like little cat thing where he kind of like nestles in as tightly as he can onto the couch.
Okay. So yeah, you see this kind of humanoid-sized person enter. You're dressed in some fancy station wear, like a corporate suit. Also with the emblem of the Starfinder Society, and then on their helmet they also have like this the logo of the Starfinders as a hologram, basically. And they have this an insectoid face with like these big composite eyes and some antennas and a mouth with hundreds of these tiny sharp teeth. You are the new members that I sent Tura for to bring over, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, he is dead.
Yes. And sorry I cannot welcome you to the station under better circumstances. I've already reached out to find what happened. A gang shooting, right? So it's
Yeah.
already being reported on the local news.
Gang shooting, gang bombing.
Okay, so the news is saying the level 21 crew and a downside kings. Is that right?
As far as I could gather, yeah. Strange that they choose to fight in a docking bay. Those are usually.
Yes, I agree. They I don't know these gangs very well myself, but gang wars are not that uncommon. But in the docks, that makes little sense. If they were fighting in the puddles, okay, I would totally understand. But
Yeah.
Bay 94, and then right when you guys arrived there as well, it sounds like a coincidence. Does it?
Such thing as coincidences.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to gang fighting.
Yeah. It's a difficult situation. We're not as Starfinders. We're not security on the station. Of course, we're not the law. But I'm afraid that security probably will just write it down as an accident and a gang war and ignore the death of my best friend.
Oh.
With
As your best friend, you're
yes.
clever.
No, not like that.
Your host.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was planning on looking into it a bit more. Xerath is trying to completely move past Roger's.
Yeah, you see them looking away from Roger and focusing on Xerath. Yes, I was going to ask you that. Maybe it's well, I'm not sure if the reality show really did any favors, but right now you're not official members of the society yet, so if you move around a bit, I'm not asking you to do anything illegal, but
I mean,
maybe
ask
just a little bit outside the law to find
sideways,
out what.
sideways.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
sideways to find out what happened here.
of course.
Then we can. Then I can initiate you into the society once we know what happened to
It wouldn't be
Duravor.
illegal to ask old colleagues and friends to look into something for me. Nothing legal
Yeah,
about it.
if you have the connections, maybe. But I know. Well, as far as I know, the security forces here, they're they're quite bureaucratic, and if it saves them paperwork to write this down as a coincidence and a gang war, they'll probably do that.
I was gonna do it anyway, so if you give me
Uh,
your pop code, I can send you any information I get as well.
yes, I would appreciate hearing what you'll find, and maybe I can help once you have more. But I may be an elected leader of the Starfinders, but my work is done here in the office behind the scenes. I'm not a field agent. Never have been.
All right.
Perhaps you can point us in the right direction.
Yes, is there any way I can help you guys get started? What I well, what I can tell you, but again, I'm not a specialist in gangs, but the Downside Kings, they operate in the downside. The level 21 crew, they operate in level 21.
All right.
Both in the spike, of course.
Yeah. What you can help us with, since you and Darvin were so good friends, is there any reason why Darvin might have been targeted by other two groups? Did he frequent a brothel or something? Anything weird?
A brothel? No, no, no. Duravor, he was too busy with his politics to care about brothels or those kind of things.
Politics.
Yes. He's always been very vocal about minors' rights.
Minors, as in kids.
No, 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 no. As in mining.
Ah, minors. Ah, okay, yeah. Sorry.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Let's not open up that can of worms, shall we?
Sorry. No, of course, minors.
He's,
Yeah.
most of his work here for the society was also in mineral prospecting and yeah, those kind of missions. Anytime we needed to find out what minerals were on a new planet or moon, he was one of our specialists. But whenever he was here on the station, he always liked to volunteer to mentor new and prospective members. He was quite a good guy. I really miss him.
You say he mentored new people. Have any people fallen out of the society due to like bad will? They just weren't cut out. Anything that might generate bad blood there?
No, no one recent at least, and no one I can think of that was connected to Duravor. Well, of course, yeah, there was the change in leadership 2 years ago after, well, you know what happened. When that happens, there's always people leaving the society, but that's been years ago, and I don't believe Duravor was connected to any of that.
But dwarves have long memories, yes?
They do, yeah.
Maybe tell us more about this lead.
About what specifically?
You spoke of an event 2 years ago.
Ah,
I don't
yes.
know what you were talking about.
Yes, the Scarred Stars incident. I thought everyone would know, but yeah, it's been 2 years now. Our previous first seeker, he decided to enter a solar system that had been closed off from the rest of the galaxy for centuries. And he took most of our fleet with him, most of our agent, most of our field assets. And when everyone was there, yeah, the shields around the solar system went back on, and we haven't heard from anyone who went there in 2 years now. We don't know if they're missing, if they're dead. We don't know if that solar system even still exists because it's shielded so thoroughly. It's like a big blank space on our space maps.
But what is the connection to this dwarf friend of yours?
Like I said, there's probably no connection, but since you asked about former members, that's the last incident I can think of where people really left the Starfinders.
Well, when he was elected as the... You said he was elected, right?
Yeah, well, I'm just part of a leadership council, so I'm not the leader, the first seeker. I'm sure you'll meet her sometime when you're an active member of our society.
Well, when he was elected as well, was there anybody running against him that he took the spot from that might gain from him disappearing in an accident?
Well, just to clarify, I'm the one who ran. Duravor never ran for leadership in the Starfinder Society. He was mid-ranking. He didn't seem to care too much about his own career. Was more invested in in his people, in other miners and their workers' rights, in the dwarves who operate most of those mines. I know he's been challenging some corporate interests, but I don't have any details on which companies.
Where are his people? Where will we find them?
In the diaspora. That's where he's come from.
Perhaps that is the first lead. If we
yeah, it will take a few days to travel to the diaspora, but yeah, if you want, I could probably give you access to his computers in here, and if you find any contact details, you can reach out.
I think between Genesis and myself, we could find much out.
All right. That sounds like probably a good first attempt anyway at finding out more. Do you have a place to stay here on the station?
Not really.
I have a home. People can bunk in if they want.
Well,
It's very big because...
Oh,
I look at cheesecake. If you're offering,
Well, I don't have my home isn't big enough.
No.
for guests, but I can recommend a local hotel, the Moons of Sleep.
The Moons of Sleep. Right.
They have a discount for Starfinders if you stay for a longer period.
Can we identify ourselves as Starfinders?
Yeah, well, if you decide to go for it, I can book it right now using my com unit.
Oh, fine for me.
Yes.
You want private rooms or an efficiency?
Private rooms.
Private, yes.
Okay.
I won't need a room. I'll just go stay at my place.
Okay.
You still have
yeah.
place at your place? I don't
My
take
place is
much
your
place
place.
at all.
Ziggy's really small. You can put him in the cat tray. I mean, it's fine.
I mean, I can make room for all of you. You'll have to share a room, but I can make room for you. After all, you guys are like half my size, so you wouldn't take up much space anyways. Just, you gotta get used to the bigger furniture. And the family that comes over all the time, but that's beside the point.
I like a little bit of privacy.
All right.
I don't mind.
The private rooms are 50 credits right now for an entire week with the Starfinder discount. And well, if you want, a private room is big enough for 2, or you can just get 2 if you prefer.
Yeah, I would like my own room.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You see them book 2 rooms, and the Moons of Sleep is also here in this area. It's not that far away. Also in the eye.
Right.
Xaret, your place will probably be more around the ring, like working class, I'm guessing.
I could see it being either in the working class area or kind of closer to the slums where he grew up initially. I could see either or.
Right. Yeah, you mentioned that you came from the slum. Yeah, if you want, you can have a place in the Spike. Sure.
To the hotel.
If there's like any place like in between, like the slums and the working class, I could see there being a perfect fit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look for a good spot then to place at, but that does exist. Yeah.
Kind of like class upper lower.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Let's see. Probably around. Yeah. No, this place doesn't really fit. Although, yeah, that might actually fit really well. Yeah. Your
I
place
like
is
that
in.
smile.
Your place is in a neighborhood called Olenza. It's a small neighborhood with also a majority of human inhabitants, but yeah, your race is quite uncommon here on Absalom Station.
Yeah, we probably make up like a percentage.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably even less, but yeah. So majority human population, and it's also like the ground zero for this new political movement called Strong Absalom that has been recently growing in Absalom Station, which has been preaching that Absalom Station should be reserved for humans and the other races who are native to Golarion.
Ooh.
Yeah, just another day of racism, whatever. You just gotta take it to the chin and keep going.
All right. So yeah, it's that's the name of the neighborhood.
Olenza.
And it's in one of the lower corridors. It's not in the slums, but it's not far from the slums either.
Close by.
Okay. Yeah. Any more questions for Chiskisk?
No, not for
Is
me.
there Oh, sorry. Please go on, Genesis.
No, I will just say not for me.
Ah.
Okay.
I wonder if there is a stuff and a discount on weapons and armor.
A discount I can't really offer, but we do have quite a good armory where we have a wide variety of items available at fair price.
I would like to see this.
Okay, and anything you want to have delivered, you can also we can also make that happen. If we don't have it, we can get it.
Nice. Well, I am just looking for an azimuth laser rifle.
No problem. We always have those in stock.
I was actually looking for something called Wildwise. Do you know where I can find that?
Wildwise. Think. That's an augmentation, right?
Should be biotech,
Hmm.
if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Okay.
Proof.
Well, we don't have that ourselves, but I can recommend you to a good biotech doctor.
Thanks.
And he will they
for
will send you a address and a name for a clinic. Just ask for Dr. Frank when you get there.
Dr. Frankenstein.
No.
No,
Dr. Stein is his colleague.
Dr. Frank and Stein.
Yes. They do joint operations.
They own the clinic. It's Dr. Frank and Dr. Stein's clinic.
Reanimation clinics. Okay.
they,
Yeah.
they got that cheesy commercial running.
Yeah, if you want biotech done, they're a good bet.
Okay, I will look him up. Thank you.
Yeah, so I will give you access to Duravor's PC if you're ready. And well, I can get you the laser rifle myself if you want.
Oh yes, please.
Right.
The standard rate.
So basically, I will subtract 425.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll be led to this small office here. And yeah, Chiskisk will move. Will stay outside the office, so you guys have space with a lot of you.
Okay. Here.
Or yeah, if you all even decide to go in.
Maybe Zerat.
I'll keep Zerat company. I mean,
Let's see how much of this room my token takes. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
no.
stay out.
Wait, not
Yeah,
the desk. Zerat, not the desk.
Try not to damage anything, but yeah, if you find anything, if you need me to double check anything you find, just let me know,
Thank you.
and I'll go get you your gun.
Okay.
All right.
Genesis, do you want to do the honors or should I?
Maybe we can help each other.
Yes, but I mean who?
Who will be the main? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Let me give it a try.
Okay, well, let me just roll to assist.
Yep.
A 19, that's assistance.
All right. So that's plus 2, and here we go. Huh. So it's a 31.
Wow.
That's
Basically,
yeah.
okay. Basically, what happens is like Jen, her hands are like this, and then you see that her fingers kind of like split each finger in 10 different little fingers, and they start typing like Lost in the Shell, like.
And you get in like, well, less than a minute you break into the system, no problem. Like it wasn't secure at all.
Okay, and what can we glean from
Anything specific you will be searching for in there?
Does he have some kind of journal or diary or recap of his
Yeah.
days?
Okay. Yeah. What you do see is he keeps 2 calendars. One for his work for the Starfinder Society, which you also saw mirrored in his comm unit, and the other is listed as his private calendar, and that shows some meetings with other dwarves around the station. It also mentions a meeting with a group called the Hardscrabble Collective. And a reminder that he set himself to check out the latest news about the astral extractions.
Okay.
Astral Extractions is a company. What you do find from his info, if you dig some more, and with your skill, you can really find all the information in his computer. The Hardscrabble Collective, he actually invested money in. And most of his meetings with them were with a cousin of him.
A cousin.
Yes.
Are there names, addresses?
Yes, you find a name as well, and the address is on the diaspora, so it's not on the station itself. Although the Archrebel Collective do have, they don't really have a address on the station themselves. What they do have is like a postal box.
All right.
And the dwarf, they're also called Creel with their last name. And that's Bamnem. That's Bamnem Creel. That's the cousin.
Bamnem Creel. All right. And so was he busy with some sort of research that could have put him in trouble with some other big corporations or something?
The only corporation that you can see in there that he's been dealing with recently was Astral Extractions.
Astral Extractions.
Yes. And Hardscrabble Collective. Okay.
I don't know, Roger, do you think something else specific we should be looking at?
Hard to say.
With
The
this
thing
31,
is-
can I kind of like download
Um,
his whole database or access it remotely in the future to?
Yeah, actually, you do find also a second cousin of him. Um, that's Hekra Creel, and she was also a member of the Hardscrabble Collective. But the reason she's mentioned in this calendar is because there's a reminder for the date of her death. She died in a mining accident. And yeah, again, if you click through the folders, it leads you to a folder with like newspaper clippings, etc., that claim that the mining accident was caused by safety violations by the Hardscrabble Collective's employer at the time, which was also Astral Extractions.
Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, I copy paste all this information so that I can access it again in the future.
Sure.
Maybe we should also make like a physical check of this place. Maybe if there is anything in this office that can be useful.
Yeah, what about correspondence to these companies? Like, Roger's theory is like if it wasn't an accident that the dwarf got knocked off, then the gangs have probably just been hired by someone to do the job rather than having something against him personally. So perhaps some kind of threatening letter or
Not really. Yeah, not really threats in the way that you would expect from a gang or something, but in his correspondence there is a cease and desist from Astral Extractions. It's it's a threat, but in the legal manner.
what is
Something that they are claiming that he was slandering their company.
interesting. So I think that's has done the deed perhaps. Nasty corporations.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we also
As far as physical items,
yeah, like we search a bit in the drawers, in the cabinets.
yeah. Yeah, you find some of those brooches with the Starfinder Society logo, like completely built like the logo, a big brooch. If you want, you can roll a perception.
Here we go. Perception. A 27.
I don't think anyone else needs to roll.
Okay. Where did it go? Here. Yeah. Let me share this with you. Players. All players. Is it is the handout showing?
Yeah.
It's called Under Equipment Starfinder Insignia.
Yep.
So with your perception, what you realize is that they're not just brooches. They actually have a storage device, a data pad built into them.
Okay.
It's actually it's a tier 1 data pad, so it's actually a bit more powerful than your comm units. Your comm units are tier 0 computers.
I'll take it.
Yeah, and there's 4 of them, so he must have
Oh yeah.
been
I'll take one for
planning to hand
everyone.
them to each of you.
Okay. I will already pass one to Roger, and when I see the others, I'll give them also one.
Damn it. I already upgraded my data thingy.
Yeah, and most people, unless they really look into it, won't realize it's actually a little computer. It opens up when you push that blue thingy on in the center.
All right. Okay. Very well. I will get out and I will call the others. Maybe we can be here in this room where there is more space for Zerat.
There's more.
Yeah. And Chiskisk comes back with a laser rifle.
Yeah. And I will report on everything we found. I don't hide anything. So there's a few names we should check out probably. Astral Extractions and Art Scrabble Collective. That they may have something to do with what happened.
Yeah.
And
you mentioned those also, right?
Yeah, I will, yeah. And I also found these, so I hope you don't mind, Chiskisk, if we take them, these insignias.
Yeah, actually, I gave those to Duravor yesterday. They were actually meant for you guys.
All right.
Again, I would appreciate if you don't wear them during this
No.
investigation, because
Well, I mean, not overtly. Like,
I don't think it's good if the Starfinder Society is directly involved in this investigation, because
completely
one of our
understand.
members,
Yeah. So yeah, what can you
so
tell
you
us about
mentioned
these
that.
Astral Extractions and Art Scrabble Collective?
Yes. Well, have you been? Have you had a lot of time to listen to the news these past few days?
Left for a time, but I don't remember anything that stands out.
Yeah. Well, it's probably also a bit difficult to get the news while you've been traveling. You've been traveling a few days, right? From your last adventure.
The news
Yeah.
we have is probably very old and spotty.
Okay. Well, a few weeks ago, must be around 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, around 14 days, more or less. I'd have to check the exact date, but there's. I hesitate to really call it a ghost ship, but that's what it boils down to. There's a ship called Acrion, which arrived here at Epsilon Station. It was. It was found floating in the drift, traveling towards our station from near space. That's basically all we know. It's been quarantined, and there's two groups who have been vying for control over the ship. It's all being handled through legal courts, though. So, but that's the only thing I can think of related to these two groups you mentioned. The Hard Scrabble Collective, they own the ship, and they claim mineral rights to the asteroid it's been dragging behind it. So the ship itself is abandoned, no one is in there, but it still had an asteroid in tow. Astral Extractions, they are the ones who hired the collective and the ship to explore sites for exploitation. So both of the groups are now fighting in the courts over who has the right to investigate the ship and claim it.
Okay.
That's basically all I know about them.
What is this ship?
He starts typing on his datapad a moment. He is a corporate dude, so let me roll his profession check.
Jesus.
Okay.
I think it's working.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking it up here, and I think I can give you a little bit more information.
A little bit.
So, yeah, astral extractions, they're, yeah, we know that their operations are centered in the diaspora and on the outer planets and their rocky moons. They've also been sending scouts into the vast. The vast is like the rim in Star Wars, or it's like more or less frontier space. And we know that they hired the Acrian, the Hardscrabble Collective ship. There's also quite some information on the web, even if they try to suppress it, that claim that they're not as respectable and ethical as they try and seem. Like if you go to their website, it's full of mission statements and like we donated so much to the local orphanage, etc., etc. But they're well known in certain circles for hiring corporate mercenaries as muscle, for hiring strike breakers, and sometimes dealing with criminal elements as proxies. And we do believe there are some links that connect them with the Downside Kings related to the Acrian.
All right.
It's unclear what or how exactly, but there's too many coincidences that link the company and the gang.
You see, we just work together and we find all of this great information. Bright future ahead of us.
No, the Hardscrabble Collective I can't really help you with. All I know is that they're a bunch of stubborn asteroid miners. A lot of them dwarves. And their home is like the Armada just outside the space station.
I would suggest we begin with the Downside King since we have a direct link.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Though that ship, it's quite
Yes.
interesting. Why would they both want it? They still don't know what's in there, right? They're just on a hunch?
No, no one seems to know what's in there, but it has been towing this mysterious asteroid behind it.
Yeah.
So is it something in the asteroids? Is it something in the ship itself? Well, we know the Hardscrabble, they lost their people on that ship, so they might just be interested in knowing what happened there, but...
All right.
Is the ship actually docked?
Yes, but it's secured and quarantined by station security.
Okay.
So,
No one's been getting in or out of that docking bay anywhere close to the ship.
I think the Downside Kings is probably our easier option. I would prefer not to have to tangle too much with station security. But I mean, we can. If you guys are that interested in the ghost ship, I can maybe try to scrounge up an old uniform, and I can maybe bullshit our way through.
Well, if you want to find out more about these gangs, your best bet will be to head into the spike yourself and investigate locally. These guys don't operate on. Well, they have the internet as well, but they don't operate in the open like these corporations do.
Obviously. If they worked in the open, a lot of them would be in jail.
Fair.
So. Or at least as many as we have cells for.
Okay. Anything else I can help you with before you get going?
Nothing.
We'll be in touch.
Okay, I hope you find out the exact circumstances in which my friend died. And if you need any more assistance, and as far as I can give it, let me know.
We certainly will.
Okay, I see it's almost 11 our time, so it's probably a good time to quit now.
All right.
Then we can continue next week with your investigation into the gangs of Absalom Station.
Yeah.
Just another day on the job. Hopefully,
Hope you.
we don't get shot at too much more.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself,
Thank you very much.
and for our audience as well. Hope you had fun watching, and we'll be back next week, same time.
Beep beep.
Bye bye.
Bye.